Hello, welcome to another no-code tutorial. My name is Paul No Code. I am dedicated to bring you everything that has to do with no-code, teaching you how to build very clean and functional product with no-code every single time. Today, I want to show you all the things that you do not need to launch your mobile application, right? Your startup, your mobile application, right? So I am the team lead at Flutterflow. So I have this agency called Our Design Studio, and we build mobile applications for startups, for solopreneurs with Flutterflow. And when they come to us and say, "Hey, I want to build mobile applications with Flutterflow," they come with a whole lot of tools and a whole lot of lists, right? They focus on the things that they don't need. We've seen a whole lot of founders begin to we're seeing a whole lot of founders start with these things that they don't really need, right? So that's why today I want to show you things that you need that's very important for you to get started with your application, launch your application, and start making money every day, every week on the Play Store, on the iOS Store, without really doing so much, right? So first, let me show you some of the things that you do not need to launch your startup, right? Number one, you do not need a favicon, you do not need unit test, you do not need a logo. You do not need limited liability company. So some persons, they care about things like, merchant of records, terms of service, privacy policy, copyright notice. The thing that you have to know is that a lot of people don't know you yet. So they don't know your application. They don't really care. People are not going to read so much about your privacy, your terms and condition, except maybe you're launching an application that has to do with biotech. That has to do with people's life. Maybe you're launching an app that allows people to buy vitamin, to buy alcohol, things that have to do with people's life, what they have to drink. If you're doing that, then you need terms and conditions and privacy policies. But if you're doing things, you're just launching SaaS, software as a service, you're doing something that will allow people probably create records, delete records, organize data, get their thought pattern, you're doing something that has to do with AI, love all these app ideas that you can launch. They don't require all of these things. You can see how long the list is. You don't require code reviews. You don't need to check your no code through and see how clean the code is. It doesn't require trademark, doesn't require code comments, doesn't require dark mode. This is something that we've seen a lot of founders who I've worked with us come around and say, "Hey, I need light mode and I need dark mode." Really, you just need people to buy from you. What you need is paying customers, right? And people who want to use your app, if you're solving very cool problem, they really wouldn't need you to provide them with dark mode. Light mode is enough. Dark mode can be something you get to start doing in the future, right? So also, you don't need a blog, you don't need a roadmap, you don't need very complex animations, you don't need venture capital, you don't need affiliate program, right? Because people are not buying from you yet. People don't even know what your product is. So you don't need all of these complex things. And we also have people reaching out to us and asking these kind of questions. Do I need to go with Firebase, or do I need to go with SQL? Do I need to host my record somewhere else? Will my database be able to hold a whole lot of users? They ask all these kind of complex questions, and they don't have customers. All right, believe me, some of the biggest SaaS that you see around that is making up to 60,000, 40,000 in a month, they do not have up to 1,000 customers. At least whatever database service you're using, Firebase, Xano, Superbase, it can comfortably hold 1,000 active paying customers. So I think until you get to 1,000 active paying customers, you don't really have to care how much records your database can hold and how much record, if your database can scale or if it cannot scale. Those are things that we complain about, and those are things that we see a lot of solopreneurs and founders put as top priority, rather than putting what really matters as priority, right? So also, let me tell you what you need. Right now that you know the things that you don't need, so this is what you need. You need proven niche users, right? You need people from a particular probably economy, from a particular section of life, from a particular age group, from a particular just from a particular section of life to like what you do or to be able to use what you do. That's just what you need. You need them because the more niche you go, the better your life is going to be. The more you're going to see raving fans, the better the problem you are able to solve for those people. The better you have people who say, hey, I think this app is solving my problem. I'm going to like it. There's this application I saw. It's an application that allows people to reflect on their thought daily. So when you come back in the evening, so you could say, I want to reflect on my thought by 9 a.m. in the morning. I want to reflect on my thought by 8 p.m. in the evening. And so after your day's work, it sends you a reminder and say, hey, it's time for you to reflect. And then you go to the app and you type all the things that you type everything that you've been through that day. You type the wins, you type the places you did not win. You just type everything, or you speak to it. So you speak to it, it keeps it for you and turns it into a very good record with AI. All right. So that's a very niche product, because you're only building it for people who care about their mental health and people who really want to reflect. So you want to look for those. And secondly, another thing you need, number 2, you need your app core features. Right, that's something that you need. You just need core features. If we're building that application right there, you don't need more than 10 pages. First, you need an onboarding, which can be 1 page. Secondly, you need a way for your app to save records, to save those reflections, and you need another screen that displays those reflections. You need a screen that carries your privacy policy if you want to have one, your terms and conditions if you want to have one, and a bit of details about your users. So those are a few screens that you need to put that app into the Play Store, and that app starts bringing you some good money. Right. So lastly, what you need a way to get attention to your product. Your product is not going to sell itself. The chances of your product going viral on TikTok is pretty slim, and even if it goes viral, you still have to get it in front of the people so that it goes viral. Right? So you need a way to get attention to your business. You need a very, very easy marketing plan. Are you going to be using influencer marketing? Are you going to use content? Are you going to use paid ads? Are you going to use product hunt? You just need a way to get people to see the goodness that you're creating in the industry. So you see, that's what you need. In recap, believe me, you don't need branding, you don't need logo, you don't need favicon, you don't need complex LLC registrations, you don't need you don't need Stripe. You don't need a whole lot of all those bogus things that you think you need. What you need a proven niche that you want to sell your product to. You need your app core features, right? And then you need some way to bring people or attention to your product. That's all you need. I'm pretty sure if you do all of these things, you'll be able to launch your app as fast as possible. So go launch your app. Let me know what you think about this video. If you've not subscribed to this channel, do subscribe so you can get notified whenever I launch a new video. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in a different video entirely. Bye.